Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the signs you might be getting into a narcissistic relationship. A lot of times people come to me and say, Candace, I don't even know what a healthy relationship looks like. Let's talk about this. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please click the little subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications when I release new videos. And if you've been with me for a while, thank you so much and welcome back. I want to dive into this subject of signs that you might be entering a narcissistic relationship. A lot of times in my groups or in my coaching, people don't have an accurate view of what a healthy relationship looks like or feels like. And this makes sense if you come from a broken home or a home that has some toxicity or dysfunctional any type of way. Your idea of love or relating might not be super healthy. So you're like, I don't even know what to do with this. I don't know what to think of this. I don't know where to go with this. So I want to break it down. This actually comes off of one of the sessions I did earlier today with this long-time client. And she is successfully breaking free from a narcissistic cycle. And so some of the things we talked about today are so super specific that I just want to kind of say them in a step-by-step method. A lot of people are like, yeah, but what do I do first? What do I do second? This is what you do. I want you to first notice a pull happening in this connection. A pull meaning, oh my God, I should call him right now. Oh gosh, I don't want to be late. Oh my gosh. Really look at these things. Is he mad at me? She mad at me? Interchange he, she, right? I can remember my own past experiences feeling like, for instance, I'm out to dinner with friends and like feeling that pull, like I think he might be upset if I stay out longer, right? These types of things, they exemplify an attachment style that is insecure, not a securely attached, healthy relationship. An insecure attachment where it's anxious and avoidant or anxious and anxious. You're anxious. If you're anxious in a relationship, it's not a super healthy connection, right? So noticing that pull and knowing what it is. So today we went deeper into it. What is that pull? Why am I so worried about them being happy with what I'm doing? And why am I changing what I'm doing to keep that connection? Because there's probably a trauma bond that's either in place or about to be in place. And what that means is there's been some psychological holds put on you, meaning undercover manipulation and undercover control. I say undercover because you don't know what's happening, but you can feel this guilt come up. You can feel this need to leave yourself for them. The whole goal with a narcissistic partner or parent or whatever, boss even, is to get you to feel guilty about doing you. The whole thing is the relationship needs to be centered on them. They need to be the center of attention. They need you to feel more guilty about taking care of them and their needs than you being autonomous and taking care of your own. Let that sink in. As children, if you had needs that the parent couldn't meet or didn't want to meet, you were made wrong for having those needs, right? So you start to abandon your own desires and needs to align with what you know is going to keep you safe. I had this other client today I want to mention. Holy cow, it was so incredibly perfect for this topic. She was talking about, now it's just become habitual. As a child, her needs were so much different than her mother's. So she had to abandon her own, and she felt safe when she was catering to mom. So that creates a huge codependency, because now in any relationship, your safety comes with how I can cater to what they need to stay connected to, right? And what happens is we lose self. We even lose a sense of losing self. But after the relationship ends or has a rift in it, we become lost, freaked out, don't know how to make decisions, don't know what to do, don't know how to feel loved. What I was explaining to her was when we develop a healthy sense of self-love, which you can't have if you're in a narcissistic relationship with a parent. Because if you were to learn to love yourself, you would have discernment and boundaries around how you're being treated and not treated. But you don't have that discernment or boundary. That's why you've attached so much to what's going on with the other person. Your sense of self and security comes from how they're feeling and what they're liking about what you're doing or not. That's how you know you're entering a narcissistic relationship, is when you've kind of let go of, forgotten about, or given up any sense of boundary behind what I need to do for me and what I desire, regardless of them. Healing codependency means I am me regardless of you, and understanding they're going to be the way that they are regardless of me. But what codependent people start to do is say, they're treating me like that because of me. Then we grow up thinking that our worth is based on how others treat us. You see what I mean? So narcissistic type people need you to think that you need them. And they need to feel needed so they can feel superior. That false idol. And many of us want them to be superior so we don't look at the truth of them. Because when we're children, they are our gods. What we have to understand is these people are not our idols. The false idols that I talked about in the last video. They're not our idols. They were just our safety and security growing up. So then we recreate that pattern. And when we see other people as our safety and security, we're in trouble. Because we need to feel safe and secure in ourselves. And when we don't feel safe and we don't feel adequate, we go to a narcissistic partner because they're so in control that we feel safe, and they have a false sense of confidence, so we get to feel adequate by projecting that onto them. So how do we stop this cycle if it's starting to happen? Notice it. Understand what this is. Understand that anxiety in you is saying, you're leaving me. Anxiety is fear that you're going to be leaving yourself. But what we think it is, we misinterpret it as fear that they're going to leave us. No, you've already left yourself if that's your fear. So what you need to do is come back to yourself and say, I need some time. And really look at all these fears that come up. And don't leave yourself, but walk yourself through them. Oh God, if I lose my independence and my emotional autonomy because I'm now connected to their emotional needs, I am dependent. And if you're dependent on someone who's undependable, because anyone who's not emotionally stable but is actually emotionally turbulent at times, because they're going to create that instability in you so that you have to cater to them more. Anyone who is like that is not dependable. But what we do is we become dependent on undependable people. So I want you to see right now, how is this person's emotional state? Are they triggering me? Are they creating anxiety in me? Are they undercover manipulating and controlling by making me feel guilty for doing something I want to do, or making me feel guilty for doing what I need to do when I really am worried that I should be taking care of them? That guilt that comes up. I'm doing something wrong by thinking about me. I should be thinking about them. It's a sign you're entering a narcissistic relationship. What to do is take a pause. Take a pause, do some research on it, and say, holy shit, this is fitting that. Don't blame yourself for why you're doing it. It's just an inner wound. But the way we heal these inner wounds is connecting back to self, loving self, and having choices and courage to choose self over other in the face of being afraid that they're going to leave. Because if they leave, it's a lot better than you leaving yourself. Take that in. Guys, just my last announcement. Inner work group coaching to heal these wounds is happening in February. My women's group is Wednesday night. My men's group is Friday afternoon. Please check the link for inner group if you'd like a community to do this work with. All other announcements are below. Please share with one other person if you think it could help someone. And I thank you so much for being part of my community. I adore you guys. Have a great week.